Race day free. The distance is getting longer. From now on, week after week, the pigeons have to recover very quickly. That's what's so unique about Afrikapro. Up till now, the Afrikapro season for 2026 been the very toughest series so far for us out there for the last 5 years. Right now as we speak, the average velocity for our ace pigeon is 1,270, which make it the toughest season, opener season so far for the last 5 years. And today, for race day free, is no different day out there for the pigeons. We're dealing now with warmer temperatures that are coming through. Today is the very first time in this new season where the pigeons are going to endure higher temperatures. The maximum temperature for today is going to be 29 degrees Celsius already at 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning. So I'm very curious to see how the results are going to unfold. And my wish is for all our fans out there, best of success. Let's see who can endure a long racing season of 10 consecutive races, where Afrikapro is so unique, where every pigeon have to endure all weather conditions throughout. Good luck, and let's tune over to Justin to see how it went this morning with the liberation.
Welcome to race day 3 at Afrikapro. We've got a beautiful day for racing pigeons. It's nice and open. There's just a slight west wind coming from the side. At times it's a little bit northwest, sometimes a bit southwest. Today the challenge is going to be the heat. Already by 10, 11 in the morning it's getting to 24, 25 degrees. And so the pigeons going to have their first test in the heat today. We expect a good race. Maybe if we're lucky we get low 1400s or 1300s today.
Yeah. Also, as you can see, what a beautiful liberation. They're out of the truck stop in Paris area next to the N1 this morning. The plan was actually to be in Maysfield, just close by, but the gate was unfortunately locked this morning. But fortunately, we could pull off this beautiful liberation, and the pigeons stay in a quite close pack, so which is also vitally important for us to observe in our liberations. The season definitely changed. We can see that first spring signs is coming through, weather is increasing, so this is typical what Afrikapro is made for. It's to test the pigeons in all weather conditions. Last week was 18 degrees maximum temperature for the day, and the week before 19. So we classified it as 2 cold races, and I will discuss later more detail about what we currently study in the pigeon weights and temperatures and the race distances and velocities. But let's quickly have the weather forecast for today. So with liberation, the temperature were already early in the morning, 7 o'clock at 10 degrees Celsius. And as they will progress, you can see there is also wind on a western side, on the left shoulder, which is total opposite from last week. Our experience is the westerly is not as bad as an easterly what we experienced last week. As we commentate last week, the easterly wind can break up the packs, which we clearly see then on the follow-up as the pigeons come. But you will also find in the middle of the race, where the pigeon icon is right now, the wind is changing a little bit, but also come way down. 8 kilometers an hour is hardly any wind, with a slight from the tailwind almost, from the back, and even stay a little bit on the left shoulder. But the wind won't be a big factor for today. I think it's more the temperature. The front pack, the front pigeons will arrive at 20 degrees Celsius here at the moment. But by midday, 11, 12 o'clock, the temperatures is forecast on windy that it can be as much as 29 degrees Celsius. So yeah, we mentioned just before in my opener that this is so far the toughest opener season for over the last 5 years. And just to exaggerate more on that, there you can see back in 2022, the very first year of Afrikapro, we have average velocity of 1,428 over the first 2 races as an average. And if you look at the first 2 races as an average for 2023, it was the fastest year that year. It was 1,541 meter velocity. And then after that year, it gradually keep coming down. So in 2026, our average velocity after the first 2 races is 1,279. That's for the winning pigeons, of course. Just below that, those graphs you see there is our return rate for those years over the average for the first 2 races. Interesting fact, the average over 5 years is 91% for Afrikapro's first 2 races. And Afrikapro stand today also on our 91%, smack bang on our average return rate for 5 years. So yeah, that's quite normal. If it gets tougher out there, your return rate drops slightly, but we are smack bang on our average for 5 years on return rates as we speak. So that's also a good sign for me to tell me that pigeons is still in good form as always. And there you can see the current velocity is 1,500, and today we're flying from 240 kilometers. As I discussed last week, this year we come up with the ideas to weigh each and every pigeon in our loft and then to put them in different weight classes. So I just want to exaggerate more on that and then also share with you over the season if there's anything we can take out of this. So we put the pigeons in 5 different weight classes. And a lightweight class is all pigeons under 410 grams. Middleweight will be pigeons between 410 to 430 grams. And the middleweight, of course, is right there in the middle between 430 to 450 grams. And then the middle heavyweight will be 450 to 470. And then anything, all pigeons above 471 grams will fall in a heavyweight class. So in all these classes have 20% of the pigeons in the loft. So the number of pigeons, as you can see in the far right column, is very much close to the same number. So, and yeah, our findings so far after the first 2 races are there. The average weight for the main field is 441, so you know, as you can see there in the top. And the lightest pigeon in the loft was 322 grams, and the heaviest pigeon was 583 grams, as you can see in the top row. We weigh over 2,252 pigeons for this season. That's our findings after the first 2 races. It was both these 2 races. First of all, I need to state it to make it clear. I classified it as cold races. It's below 20 degrees Celsius. So I think temperatures certainly have an impact on pigeon performance, particularly if we can over time draw perhaps some parallels on the weight. And what we found was interesting fact in the first race, the average velocity was, the winning velocity was 1,354, but there was not one single lightweight pigeon within the top 10 clocking on that first race. There was only one mid-lightweight. So the lightweight type of pigeons didn't clock in the top 10 ranking on the first race. And then race 2 was even cooler, and there was more heavyweight pigeons coming through. In race 1, there was like 3 heavyweight pigeons and also 3 mid-heavyweight pigeons. But in race 2, it was slightly cooler, and suddenly we have more heavyweight pigeons coming through. So there you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavyweight pigeons and 3 midweight pigeons. But again, not one single lightweight pigeon. But the interesting conclusion, what I can see here so far on the right hand side, after race 2, there were some lightweight pigeons and middleweight pigeons moving up in ACE rankings. So that's an interesting observation. As we can go to this slide, you will see there on the far left, just is an indication at the bottom left corner of how the pigeons clocked in the first 2 races. There's not one single blue block, only one middle lightweight block for race 1. But most pigeons clocking in the first 2 races were rather middleweight or heavyweight predominantly. But the opposite we start seeing in the blue jacket ranking. There's 3 pigeons already going in the lightweight class that start featuring in the blue jacket. So this is the weight. There's 40 grams today difference in the weight class in the top 10 blue jacket pigeons and the top 10 race winners. This is just both stats coming from 2 cold races. Today's being a hot race, and we're going to deal later with other factors as middle distance and long distance, as well as different wind, like slow races, headwinds, side winds, which we dealt last week with, and so forth. But yeah, so just a bit of stats for what it's worth. I also had an interview with Bela-Bela, our race winner and current blue jacket leader. And but before we go to that, let me just quickly show us the rankings there. The black jacket belongs to Germany, Team Germany, BMW W. So that is Dr. Mulder and Rolf Berger, as well as Axel Wolf and Woolworths. And well done to Germany. All those pigeons are born and bred in Germany, shipped to Afrikapro, and they came here on our field and taught us a lesson so far. In 2 tough races, opener season, and what a good performance. The second team is from Jan Hoijmans, TNT lead center, and surprising fact as well, Israel Walling is also belonging to TNT. So here have actually 2 teams together now with Jan Hoijmans as well. They're in the top rankings. Gupta and Smilovsky taking race 1, winning. They have a more heavier type of pigeons when we actually come to a conclusion just on the Polish pigeons, more heavier weight, and they make their mark. Certainly they're currently 3rd in the blue jacket. What a season so far for them. Anton Skonken, also 4th position black jacket. Nadine Hinton and Beverman, as you can see, currently ranked top 5. What a good performance for Germany this year. Very good start so far for them. Olaf Loft and Lubomir Kubacik in the 6th position. Triple J van der Linde from Bloemfontein in the 7th, 8th. Vella Rossen, our 2024 black jacket winner. And Valjan Rossendobrevi, congratulations again on a very good start for this 2026 season. Lambert family Loft in the 9th position. And as I say, Tyron from East Rand Walling in the 10th, having 2 teams already up in the top 10. And Tyron's name you'll always see when it's tough. You love it. Yellowma is also another fancier that loves tough races. When the velocity comes down, that's when we tend to see his name coming up in Europe. When it's marathon pigeons, he's known for that, and he has a very good strategy by crossbreed his marathon pigeons into the current winners here in locally South Africa, and his plan seems to start paying off. We can listen now to an interview I just had with Yellowma earlier this week. Anton Skonken today has the 2nd ace pigeon in the loft. Nils Godeman from Houtbay is not the first time he's ranked up there in the top rankings for ace pigeon. Back in 2024, he also had a high rank pigeon out of Poker Face in the blue jacket to the very end. Loft Einkammer is also not the first time we see his name. He's our car winner, and also last week high up in the rankings on the top 10 ranking on race 2. Team BMW with Miss Black Forest there from Rolf Berger. Well done. Unbelievable good performance. Team Hoijmans, again, 6th blue jacket, ace pigeon there. Marine Mols were a dominant factor last year in Afrikapro, and your name is yet again back here. Israel Walling from Tyron, Taiki is out there, and then Karol Nowak from Poland. There's a good mix between Poland, Germany, South Africa, Britain, and Netherlands. And very curious to see how the season will unfold as the season gets longer, warmer, and the distances keep expanding. Yeah, so over to our interview I had earlier this week with Yellowma. Maybe we can always learn something from somebody. Jelle, I know you mustn't dream for so long to win a race at Afrikapro, and finally the day arrived at race 2. Turns out to be quite a tough race. Actually a tough opening for the season. The first 2 races, velocity is quite low. This one was just above 1200 velocity. And yes, there you You take it. You win it. Well done. Congratulations from our side, from Afrikapro. And
Yeah, thank you, Hendrik. Yeah, we were very happy with it. I'm not looking at every race, but this race we are sitting in the car and we look the live stream, and that's always exciting because of the music and the tents and the pictures around, and we heard our name. That was a beautiful moment. Yes.
yeah, but fantastic. Well done. But you know what? I respect most of you. I've been visiting you in Netherlands as well a few times, but and you down here to South Africa. You're really taking the sport up very serious. I believe 2 years ago, after our final, you attend the final, you handle the pigeons at the final itself, but then you also go and visit all other South African fanciers. And at the end of the day, you come up with a strategy for those genes and bloodlines that work so well for you. You crossbreed it now with South African pigeons.
Yeah. Yes. I can tell the story from the beginning.
Yes.
I was for my work. I was a veterinarian, and my hobby was pigeons, and especially marathon racing.
Yes.
And, I think 10 years ago we started a little bit with One Love Racing, pure hobby for in the winter. Nice to look at the races and follow it. And 7 years ago I stopped with as veterinarian. I was veterinarian in dairy cows, and I was a professional pigeon fancier, and the main business is marathon racing, and it's still now. But
Yes.
when I I started with One Love Racing. I become more fanatic, and now we focus on the 4 big races: Pattaya, Victoria Falls, and Golden Algarve in Portugal, and Afrikapro. And I must say, we have in all first 3 races we have some success. Second in Golden Algarve, and Pattaya in the first 10, and Vic Falls 2 or 3 times in the first 10. But Afrikapro, that's other kind of business. That's very difficult to be good. And so I was thinking, how can I become better in Afrikapro? That's, I think, what you mean, and very fanatic. And
Yes.
it is. You always want to have success, but in Afrikapro is more difficult, and then it became nicer to do. When it is difficult and you have success, then you are more happy. So to become better in Afrikapro, that's a main goal. And we're far from the level we want to be, the level from Gijs Lauwe, Mark King last year. That's very difficult, but we hope we become a little bit better. Yes.
No, certainly you definitely does. Looking into the pedigree of Yip that win the race, and what a pedigree! Wow, that is quite impressive, and you can see. We got the first pigeons around. There's the first pack of pigeons coming for race 3 through at a 1417 velocity. What a good sprint race for that. Let's see what the sprinter pigeons is going to do, which is the first sprinter pigeons. The first pack is around the loft. They're coming down. They're coming much faster down because this is less wind here at the loft itself. We got to have a race winner anytime soon. The pigeons are in. We got to have a race winner anytime soon. Let's wait. Where's the race winner? Now we at 1415 velocity. Pigeons are in. The clock back. You're going to quickly see the clock didn't show here in the Afrikapro site. We're just going to check why the pigeons is not registering here at the Afrikapro website. It's not coming through, but we got the first pigeons in. Quite sure the clock will soon register them and show it to us. We got a race winner. Can you believe it? The race winner for race 3 2026 belongs to no one else but Pigeon Palace 1. What a phenomenal performance. Once again, they just repeat the success of the past, of last year, coming and winning this very hot, warmer race on race 3. They take it all, and Piet Steenkamp out of the Eastern Cape taking a third, a German Nether Jima taking a third, fourth is Kevin on a fourth position, fifth is Hendrik Heisen and Michael Abreu. Well done, congratulations to the first time participants. TNT Lead Center, Ngobeni van die Kerk Syndicate, Karoo Africa Syndicate in the 8th position, and the 9th position we've got Dani and Yaku, Exclusive Pigeon Paradise, 10 Mountain Loft and Marion Bolts. Look at this phenomenal good performers coming through. Pretoria Rebels, all no names in Afrikapro. They prove it all over again. Kadia Family Loft from Morocco, the Pretoria Rebels. What a good performance. Engelbrecht, Trotsky and Kutzer Syndicate. Weymans got it. Well done, Jan Weymans. And 17th position, Pigeon Palace 1. They're probably going to take for sure the fancy of the race competition today. Dr. De Weert from Pigeon Palace once again on the 19th position. And the 20th position, so only first 19 pigeons in. So we're waiting now for the second pack of pigeons. These pigeons fly away. What a good performance. All these names we're seeing out there. This is the fancies that can do it on a warmer day. This is the names that always surface when it's tough and when it's warm and hot out there. Unbelievable. What a good performance for our Pigeon Palace 1, taking the fancy of the race. And Pretoria Rebels, where marking is also involved. They just do understand the sport so well. They understand it, they study it, and they breed for it. They breed for these conditions. This is the very first hot day out there for the season so far. And you can see the velocity is now 1390. So it's not such a slow race, but it was a warmer, hotter race. We got another pigeon here, probably the 20th position. Only 19 pigeons is in right now. There's 2 pigeons coming. Normally we find if one pigeon keeps circling the loft, he's waiting for his mate to catch up. Let's see which is the 19th pigeon for 19th position, 20th position. We wait. So the pads is laying right on this line, not in the mouse holes itself, so that everyone understands the antenna of benzene is moment the pigeon crosses this little thin line, walking onto the platform where the surface is flat. That's the moment, the instant moment the pigeon will clock. So right now there's no pad, of course, where he is, but the moment he crosses this finish line, that's when it clock. The pad also lay with half of its body into the mouse hole itself, but the other half of it is just in front of the it clocks. Now we got a 20th position surely. So we just hope to see who is that. And the Pigeon Palace won again. What a phenomenal race for them. Unbelievable. This is world class. That is planning. How can they pull it off again for another consecutive year? Unbelievable. They have a very, very strong start, the same as what I had for the past 2 years. What a performance on Pigeon Palace 1. They put that bar up high this year. Unbelievable. Very, very good performance. Clearly that they understand the sport to the T, to the finest detail. They're on the highest level. Yele just mentioned in his interview, he said it will take lots of studying and years to get to the level of Pigeon Palace, but he's certainly on his way as well. Got more pigeons coming around the loft. We start seeing there's one or two circling right now for the 21st position. And there it's in. We got a 21st position in now. Bukalo Fransander out of Netherlands. Congratulations for the 21st position. Well done. Congratulations all the way out of Netherlands and Germany. Another pigeon now, that must be the 22nd position, and now more pigeons is coming through. Owen, Alan, Kylie Family Loft in the 23rd. Another pigeon just walked over the trap there now. Akbat Brothers from Turkey, congratulations on the 24th position. And there's another pigeon gonna land on the grass. So that's a clear sign for me. That's what we typically had back in last year, when it was a hot day from Kroonstad. The pigeons also landed the similar way. We could see it takes a lot out of them. And now we've got another pigeons coming in, as you can see. The 25th is Mark de Kok and friends. 25th, well done, Mark de Kok. And another one from Germany, Arrow Squad. Congratulations. And Dani, Jaco and Dani, Exclusive Pigeon Paradise, once again, another pigeon for them. Surely they also up in the ranks for the fancy of the race competition. 27 pigeons in on this hot, warm day. You can clearly see the way the pigeons is landing, that the race taking quite a lot out of them. It's a warmer race, the first warm race out here for the season. And there's our current fancy of the race competition, and more pigeons is coming down, more and more. Now the pigeons just keep coming in, they're looking good. They're trapping very quick. Yakundani Exclusive Pigeons once again. And Martin Hetzel from Germany, well done, congratulations. Hokreinen, well done, Hokreinen from Belgium. NEC Syndicate, 32, and Dr. De Weert again on the 32s. And Alphonse Klaus from Germany in the 33rd position. This is unbelievable, very good performance here from Germany this today. And Northern Cape Pioneers. Yule Skylights, well done to Yule Skylights. And Harvard on the 37, and Len Knutseloft in the 38th position. And 39th position, Friends Butai. Karl Nowak from Poland, congratulations. And Van der Pas, Woodsmans from Birkelofts. Jelle maar. Got it in the 44th, 42nd, 43rd, the Painters and AC Ulrich. Nels Gerdeman, Jelle maar in the 45th. Very good, strong competition out there. You see the big names up today in the current black jacket standing, as we can see there. Wayman's 2 pigeons already moved 3 positions up there, as we can see. But the current black jacket standing is still unchanged, as you can see. Nothing changed on the black jacket yet. Leaderboard in the top 15 as yet. So all waiting for the second pigeon. There's 49 pigeons already in. So there is a message from Peter Kylie. Jackie, thank you so much. Justin Fit Pro from the Free State, wishing all the birds a safe and strong flight. Here's a big pack coming in now. Good luck to everyone at Afrikapro. Thank you so much, Justin Fit Pro. And there's a nice pack of pigeons coming down. Wow, this is beautiful. This is phenomenal. Look at this pack. They just keep flying the whole time together. This is certainly one of the front packs, top 100 pigeons coming in here now. But look at the landing. The pigeons looks actually superb. For such a warm day out there, they're doing fantastic. What a good race it is. What a moment is it. Unbelievable. This is beautiful. Butter Lofts and Rob A. Exclusive Pigeon Paradise in your lofts. And just the pigeons so quickly into the traps. The discipline is quite well done. Wow, and more packs is coming. Now we got to race. Now it is on. That is actually unbelievable how that front pack just flew away from all these pigeons. That front 19 pigeons. And now they're coming down onto the trap. And look how quick they're walking. Look at the conditions the pigeons is in. Wow, this is beautiful. The velocity right now 1331. And now the pigeons is just hailing in, raining in. Unbelievable. Look at that. So good. Jim Priest and Son from UK in the 62s. Van der Pas, Woodsmans from Birkelof, 63rd. R&P Robbie. DJG Lofts in the 60. Splendid turn. BMW, again, they got a pigeon in. Will it be the second pigeon? KDK Racing and Delta Syndicate, our Blue Jacket winners of 2024. East Rand Warning, Tom van Gaver, Alberto Abajo in the 70 position. 71 Mountain Loaf, Maureen Mills, Pretoria Rebels, all people in the top 100. Dvalia and Rossen Dobrevi. Skalkwyk Pigeons and Marnus Nel from the Netherlands. Beverman and Houghton, RMA Annandale, Fourie Oliver. Yakundan Exclusive Pigeons Paradise. Valia and Rossen Dobrevi again. Unbelievable. Mark de Kok and friends again. Kevin, he got also now more pigeons coming through. And been in the top 10. Beverman, Houghton, RMJ Annandale, another pigeon. Wilson Cruz Schellenbusch. Wilson Cruz Schellenbusch again. All his pigeons, Dietlefs and Botha. There's the names now. Now we see it. NEC Syndicate. Webster Loaf and Will Rogers. Congratulations, Koenie Hatting. Kevin, another pigeons. Lofte Eindkammer, Boots Eindkammer. Dr. Angela and Targets. This is still all the pigeons in the top 100. Buza's family in Vermeulenlof. Congratulations, Mountain Loaf, Marine Mills again. TNT Elite Center. What a phenomenal race you have so far in the season. Anton Skonken. This is our Blue Jacket people. Hans-Paul Esser and Fusielofs. What a good race for them as well. Boetalofs and Rob and Herbert's family in Pigeon Palace. Can you believe it? You can see there's a lot. This race was quite a challenging one. The warmer temperatures, it takes a lot out of in the 100 position, Herbert's family and Pigeon Palace. That's our top 100 pigeons as we talk. Right now in the Black Jacket standings. So Wayman's team move up one position. They now taking the lead in the Black Jacket today. And then Houghton and Beverman, Nadine's team, already moving 2 positions up. And now they're waiting. The competition is on for the second position there on the Black Jacket between 2 German teams. Team BMW and Nadine Houghton and Beverman. They all battle it out for the second position right now as we speak in the Black Jacket. Here's our Green Jacket ranking for the best sprinter pigeon of Loft Eindkammer and Sylvia is in already on the 3rd position, but Yellow Mars Yip is still ranked as we speak in the 1st position. So the battle is on if Yip can land any moment soon, and Anton Skonken is still out there in the 2nd position. And now Loft Eindkammer just moved above Anton Skonken, as you can see. So Loft Eindkammer is taking now the 2nd, and the big competition is between Yip from Yellow and Boots Eindkammer for 1st out there. The velocity right now touching 1300, and there's over 363 arrivals already into the loft. There's some more social media comments. Thank you, Sean Volker. Nice to hear from you. Justin Fit Pro again. Special shout to Afrikapro. Thank you for that. Nice having you online, Justin. Ahmed Edit. Fantastic. Nice to have you, Edit. All the best for you guys. Nice to know that people all over the world is watching this. This is world-class fences. The world's best fences competing and battling it out over 10 consecutive races. In all weather conditions, side winds, headwinds, warm days, cold days. Let's see if we can get hold of Kingston Gijslow or Pigeon Palace rather. They are the race winners, taking it, pulling it off on race 3 on this unique race, 240 kilometers. This is, wow, good day, Gijs.
Hello, Hendrik, how are you doing?
No, very good. Unbelievable. What a performance. Yo, you done it again. How on earth can you keep repeating such great success?
Well, it's me and Mark, but we're also surprised. Last week we were behind a bit, but this week we're back.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're back in a full force. There's quite a few Pigeon Palaces that's surfacing throughout all over. Clearly the weather change. Do you think that have a factor that playing in your favor?
Yeah, look, over the years, we've proven that our birds on a 1350, 1250, they do better than on very difficult races.
Yes.
Like Yellama is saying, we're trying to bring a bit more toughness into our birds, where he's trying to bring in a bit more speed. into his pigeons.
Yeah. No, but congratulations. Very early in the season so far, but the first signs of temperatures that's increasing. Yeah, the velocity was a little bit faster, but also the temperatures start rising. And I know you guys have the pigeons that can do it out on a tough, or if I say tough, it's more on the long, warmer days where the velocity
Yeah.
is not unbearably slow.
Yeah, it's that recipe of ours, the crossbred between the Thunderbolk and the Twilight pigeons. And the one that came first today is also some of Stefan Lambrecht's birds in that.
Wow, yeah, wow,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah, that's amazing how Stefan Lambrecht also have such a good pigeons. It's not the first time they perform well in Afrikapro. A few years ago, also that line. And the Twilight, of course, that's very known. Yeah. No, congratulations from my side. I will also
Thank
do
you.
later a more in-depth studying your pedigree very closer and then comment and ask you more detail on that. I just want to say for everyone out there, what a performance and congratulations to taking race 3. To see your name up there is not, it's quite known by now. You definitely the fancy with the record of taking most wins as well as trophies in all divisions. So big shout out for you guys and congratulations, guys, and send my regards also then to Mark and the team.
I will thank you very much, and also thank you to Justin King, who's doing
Yes,
a very, very good job.
thank you so much, guys. Speaking
Thank
to you
you.
later again. All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was Gijs Lou from Pigeon Palace, and what a phenomenal performers out there today. Again, they keep repeating it. Great success from the first year. They have like 4 or 5 pigeons in the top 10 on the final on year 1, back in 2022, and ever since, you will always see their name up there. If they're not in the first 10, second Black Jacket ranking somewhere in the season, you're taking wins or fancy of the race, they're always just ready to grab all these trophies Afrikapro is offering throughout the season. But right now, as we speak, the pigeons just keep coming in. We're already at 559, almost 562 pigeons now, already into the loft. They just keep hailing in and coming through. That looks really very good. And yeah, I must admit the discipline of the pigeon is quite well, as they quickly go as they land and move into the trap, and they're clocking quite well, and all overtaking the condition of today. I think the pigeons are also looking really good for what they just endured. Right now, the Black Jacket leading is Waymans and TNT taking the first, and second, Nadine Hinton and Beverman into the second position, and the third, Kuptas Malowski from Poland is still there, holding it out in the third position. Well done to them from Poland. And then Valia and Rosen Dobrevi from Bulgaria, our Black Jacket winners back in 2024, is still holding now the 4th position there, moving up 4 positions. Olaf Lofteluba Makubicic in the 5th position. Team BMW from Germany, Rufberger, Dr. Mulder, and Wolf also from Germany. Now in the 6th position, they just dropped 5 positions, but I'm quite sure they can keep it out. Lambert Family Loft, East Walling TNT, JJ van der Linde from Bloemfontein, Anton Skonken, Loft Eindkammer, Hoymans to Andreas is also now moving into the 13th position, Black Jacket. Nils Gutterman from Hout Bay is in the 14th, and Kaidi Family Loft from Morocco is in the 15th position. What a Black Jacket standing there, what a race. And our sprinter pigeons for now is battling it out for the 7th position between Andreas Pigeon and Team BMW from Germany. But right now, Loft Eindkammer taking the lead on the green jacket, 1st position. Nils Gutterman is now 2nd, and Hout Bay and Yele Ma in the 3rd. Anton Skonken in the 5th for East Rand Walling TNT, and Olaf Lofluba Makubicic 6th. Fastest pigeon so far for the 3 consecutive races. So the tension is building up. Things is getting interested. This is going to be still, it feels like a long season ahead, but it will be quickly and it will be over. But the pigeons still have lots of kilometers to endure, lots of races, lots of weather to endure. As you can see here, they're coming, they keep hailing down, they keep coming. This race took a lot out of them. but you can see they're looking good. 620 pigeons in right now as we speak. There's Team Hoymans, 102 position from Belgium. And Kuptas Malovsky done it again, 104th position. What a good season for him so far. Aero Squad, Pigeon Palace again. Unbelievable performance for him. This rate suit them like a hand glove. Waymans and Kevin got their pigeons in coming there, 108, 109. Black Jacket Syndicate of the UK as well. Pigeon Palace again, unbelievable. Well done to Marking and Gijslo. Waymans got it again. Molento Loves and Alwyn Wester. Jort Batenburg and Pipa. Well done to you. Mark de Kok from Belgium and friends. Has Family Loft. Out of USA. Beverman and Nadine and RMA Annandale. Dr. Anneli Trotz from Germany. Fulingen, TNT Elite Center. What a good performance. And Beverman, Hutton, RMA Annandale have a superb race. They got the pigeons for these warmer conditions. And they show it to us there. Sterkfontein, Diep Laagte, Ahmed Kafdar from Turkey. Once again, his pigeons is in. Bredenhand and Pigeon Palace. SG Ulrich and the Painters on 126. Dr. De Weert and Pigeon Palace. Olive Love, Lubomir Kubacik. Really, really, really good. Superb race. What an incredible moment today. Can't believe that was incredible. What a finish. Outstanding and absolute brilliant performance by Pigeon Palace. And unbelievable. This is what pigeon planning does and studying of pigeons when it pay off like what we see today. We can just reassure what Peter de Beer said there. Gijslo and Mark King is phenomenal good fanciers. We can just learn from them. To repeat this in a concept like Afrikapro, Kuptas Malovsky once again, well done. Look how the pigeons keep coming in. Things are really looking good. But to repeat a success, if you really study the concept of Afrikapro, where pigeons have to perform week after week over different race distances throughout different weather conditions, where the distances get longer and longer. You require a pigeon that can recover very quickly. Not all pigeons out there in this world, there's millions of them, can recover in less than a week. Because Afrikapro race every week, and there's very few pigeons that race every week. Marking and Gijslo from Pigeon Palace too, they've got those type of pigeons that can recover very quickly. They have something right with their breeding. They can recover quickly in a moment, as he say, Gijslo, when the velocity goes above 1300, closer to a 1400. That's when that name's coming through. Their pigeons will come through, regardless in the temperature and the weather. As you can see now, we got all the pigeons ranked in our green jacket, but they're still battling out there. For Valia Rossen and BMW was battling out for the 8th position. Now BMW got both his two pigeons in 9th and 10th position. Then we got our top 10 rankings, and more pigeons just keep coming in. But this is our current ranking on our Sprinter series. So the battle right now is there for the 9th position between BMW's two own pigeons. That's good to see. So that shows they've got nice depth in the pigeons if they can put two pigeons in the top 10 rankings as we speak. And then voters and Michelle voters from Belgium as well, Herbert Family Law from Pigeon Palace in the 12th and 13th position right now. All might be a chance even to move up one slot in this Ace Pigeon ranking, or let me say the Sprinter series for the best Sprinter pigeons. But that's the names of the fanciers which have over 3 consecutive races so far. A tough opening series. This series is much tougher than any of the previous 4 years. So if I say tougher, the velocity is slower on all our races combined. If you look at the average Ace Pigeon velocity for the first few races, this is by far our toughest season so far. So no fast races so far. As you can see, there's the stat. Our return rate is still smack bang on the average. A return rate for over 5 years on the first 2 races was 91%, and today it was 91% before the result of race 3 is out. But you can see also our average velocity for the first 2 races was at 12.79. Never been so low in the past in history. of Afrikapro. And today is no different. As you can see there, almost 50% of the pigeons are back in the loft just a few minutes after the first pack arrived. The first pack just flew away from the rest of the field. What a phenomenal performance. And pigeons keep coming in and in. So back to our race results. There was from a 10th position, Mountain Marine Lobels. Last year that was 2nd and 4th Black Jacket ranking. They've got a pigeon genetics that speak for themselves. Jaco and Dani, Exclusive Pigeon Paradise, also have pigeons high up in the ranking last year on the Ace Pigeon competition in the top 5. Afrikapro Syndicate from the Karoo in the 8th position. Ngobeni, well done to him. He's our biggest fan so far on social media. And Van Niekerk Syndicate in the 7th Ace Green Jacket. Well done to Ngobeni. This is what the passionate fancier result eventually pays off. TNT Elite Center, Tyron Barnard. In the 6th position. 5th is Hendrik Heister and Michael Abreu from South Africa. First time entrance to Afrikapro, and I showed his steel. Hendrik Heister have really very good pigeons. He's no name here in South Africa in this division when it matters most. Kevin, of course, as well, a no name in Afrikapro. Many times he's in the top 10 rankings, and he just makes sure his name is up there again. Netja Yemen, well done from Germany. In the 3rd position, taking 3rd, Piet Steenkamp from the Eastern Cape, and Pigeon Palace done it again. Yet another trophy going to their collection for Afrikapro, setting the record just bigger and higher, and they just stays unbelievable dominant in the sport, in this field here in Afrikapro. As you can see, fancy of the race, we just had it there. They are on the top first today even. So the 2nd pigeon follow up so quick, same as what I repeat last year in the final. And Maureen Mills and Colin Oxley from Mountain Loft as well. They just done the same what they done last year. Also in that position, the Pretoria Rebels, they're in the 2nd. And then OOO and Len Knutse Loft in the 3rd. Kaidi Family Loft from Morocco. What a performance for fans that send pigeons from all over the world to participate here in South Africa in very tough conditions where the competition is extremely tight. Well done to Kaidi Family Loft. There you see, there's just a reshuffle on our updated ranking for the fancy of the race. They are now in the 4th position, and Kevin in the 7th, Mountain Loft in the 8th, TNT Lead Center 9, and Waymans 2. This is our official fancy of the race result for today on this race 3, 240 kilometers. The Black Jacket standing as it is, Anton Skonken is now in the 10th position, JJ van der Linden in the 9th, Eastern Walling Tyron moved up there again to the 8th. He's putting now 2 teams. He's first in a Black Jacket as well as 8th. Lambert Family Loft 7, BMW in the 6th from Germany. Well done. They hold it out. They stay in the top 10 ranking of the Black Jacket. Olive Loft and Luba Makubachik. That's time for great success. Well done to you guys. And Valia and Rossen Dobrev from Bulgaria in the 4th position. They just showed to us as well. They've got the pigeons. They know what to do. They've done their planning and their investment right. Kupta Smalowski from Poland. Come and learn all of us a lesson this year. They can breed pigeons in Poland and come and perform in Africa. U-Turn and Beverman also. They attended the final last year, study Afrikapro, and here they come back this year with a big, great force. And Waymans and TNT Lead Center taking the Black Jacket ranking, leading it today as we speak, going into race 4 as the leader of the Black Jacket champion fancies of 2026 season. Our current Blue Jacket, which is also our Green Jacket sprint pigeons. Kaidi Family Loft top 10 sprint pigeon out there, going for next week race 4. Well done to Kaidi Family Loft. BMW from Germany, Lucy's that pigeon. Valia Gold in the 8th position. Andreas pigeon there in the 7th position. 6th position, Olaf Loft, Luba Makubachik, US Bolt. And then Eastwind Walling, Francie Anton's Content, African Stingbird, Birdie. And Yip is still up there in the rankings from Yele Ma, and Schmelzer from Nils Gutterman, and Loft Einkammer of Page Special 256 in the lead as the fastest pigeon over 3 consecutive races. This is our top sprinter pigeons so far for 2026. That's race 3 for me for now for the live stream. Keep following our results as the pigeons keep coming through. That looks really very good. The way they're coming in today, very excited to see how this season going to unfold. We see very big names up there today as the temperature increase. No names coming through again, but there's also new names that study our sport, that study these pigeons, and that actually go and done their homework and then breed so well and send the correct pigeons with the right strategies to Afrikapro. Very exciting for me to watch, and very pleasing to see. The pigeons are definitely in top form already. Soon they will be for race 4, same time next week. All the best till next week for race 4.